Hello students, I'm Kokila here. Today we are going to discuss the third lesson in computer. Advanced features of word processor. This is a part 1. Okay, so word processor means it is a software, for example MS Word. So by using this word processor software we can create a document, letter writing, so all such things. So here there is a definition of what is called MS Word. MS Word is a very versatile word processing software. We can create different types of documents using it and also format them. As I said, versatile meaning is a lot of different tasks we can do with the help of this MS Word software, and this is not only for writing a letter type, or we can do the formatting method also. So now what is called format? Format meaning is after completing your typing work with the help of MS Word, without changing any values or the meaning of your wordings, just to make some attractive things to your MS Word documents. So that is what called formatting. That is what given here. To present your document in a very attractive way, then you are supposed to go for this formatting option. So already you have learned in your last year what is called MS Word and how to insert and how to do editing and all such things, copying, moving, all these things we have you have discussed. So last year itself the basic things of MS Word you people learnt it. So now we are going to start with Format Painter. So as I said already, without changing any meaning or the value of the particular data or the information, how to present your document in a very attractive way. So that is what called formatting. So here I'm going to do this Format Painter. So this lesson is I'm not just going to explain this, also I'm going to show some practically how to do this each and every task. So the first one is Format Painter. So students, this is a MS Word page. So I have typed some wordings already for you to make you understand. So this is the MS Word, some simple definition I have written here. So I'm going to explain you what is called Format Painter. First of all, you can see the first two lines. These font are in red in color, and also bold and italics and underline, everything I have used here. But if you see the last two lines, this is just plain bold, black color font, and also without any underline. So now I'm going to explain you how the Format Painter works. Understand? So first of all, I want the third and fourth line, these two lines, I want to look just like the first two lines immediately with the help of the Format Painter. So if your teacher is asking you to change the third and fourth line just like the first two lines, how will you do that? So do you think you have to type exactly like this again from the beginning? No. The smart way is using the Format Painter and changing these two lines like how we are actually looking for, like this. Understand? So listen clearly. Here in this Home tab, this clipboard group option, you can see Format Painter. Just click this one. Wait. So first, before to go for it, I have to select like which style I have to change these two lines. So like this I want to change. You can select the entire sentence or just one single letter or a word. So anything you can select. Okay, so I just selected the first word, and like this I'm going to do the Format Painter. Then I'm selecting this Format Painter option. You can see that cursor symbol change like a brush symbol. Okay, so just click and drag everything changed. Understand? So this word I have not selected, that is why it is still not yet changed. Fine students, so before it was like this, and now after changing with the help of word format painter, now it became like that. So without retyping anything, the same sentence I no need to type again from the beginning. So just with the help of this format painter, the entire font of this third and fourth line, font color, font style, font design, everything underlined, everything has been changed. Understand? So this is one word I just left for you to understand. This is how it was before these two lines. This is how it was, but now after changing with the help of format painter, totally these two sentences changed. Understood all of you? So this is only called format painter. Okay students, and now we will see the next heading. So here you can go through the second page. So whatever I told you, this is what given here. So like this you can follow. I told you practically, and here this is all theory, lengthy it is there. So you can follow any one method. So now the next heading is applying superscript and subscript. Okay, so what is called superscript and subscript? For example, when you are seeing your math question paper and all, sometimes where there is a formula, some numbers or some letters in the numeric, somewhere in the top of the word or in the below of the actual word. Understand? So how to do that? How to make some font, some particular letter or a number to keep it above the word or to keep it below the word. So here I am going to explain you practically. So listen carefully. All of you see here, I am just typing one simple chemical name of water, that is H2O. So when we write it, we are not supposed to write this 2 should come exactly next to the H word. So I'll make it bigger, you will understand easier. All of you see, this 2, this H2, this 2 number, this particular thing, it should come just below to the H. How is it possible? When you type, the wordings will come next to only. But I do not want this 2 to stand exactly next to the letter H. I want to keep this 2 just below to the H. How to do that? There is a simple thing. Just select the thing which you want to make it down or in the above. This 2 I want to keep it down, so just select only this 2. In your home tab you can see a font. Just see my arrow symbol here, mouse pointer. So this is home tab selected, and here you can see the font group, and there you can see subscript. Understand? So subscript, why are we using? To keep any of your font or a word to come down from the actual word. Okay, so that is why we are using subscript. Just I'm going to click this one, you see what is going to happen. Can you understand? This 2 became small and it came just below to the H. I hope you understood. So this is how. So I'll show you how it was before. Before it was like that, and after doing the changes it became like this. Understood all of you? Fine. So have you ever seen any math formula like a plus b whole square, like that, or anything? I definitely I know one thing, you know the power symbol and all. For example, a square. Actually, if you see this clearly, this is not a square. We have to say this is a2. But I want this 2 to come to the top of the a. So how is it possible? Definitely it is possible with the help of superscript option. Just select the particular font which you want to change its position. So just select this 2 and exactly the same thing. Home tab, font group, and here you can see the option called superscript. Understand? Just I'm going to click this one. You see what is going to happen here. After selection of this, can you see what has been changed? So the 2, it just came to the top, and now we can say this is a to the square. So before it was like that, a2, and now it has been changed to a square. Okay students, this is very simple process. This is how you have to do superscript. The thing which is coming down, that is called subscript. The font which is going above, then this is called superscript. Okay, so we have completed these things. So now let us move on to the next one. So whatever I told, that is what given here. So you just go through the book pages line by line, you will understand even better. Okay, so now we have completed both the superscript and subscript, and now we are moving on to the next heading called applying shadow effect. So shadow means what? You definitely know what is called the shadow. Even if you are standing in front of under the sun somewhere in the open space, you could find under the light, or this is a reflection of any object, that is what called shadow. Understand? So now we are moving to the next heading, applying shadow effect. I'll show you practically how you have to do that applying shadow effect to your text. Why are we doing this all shadow effect? To make our presentation, our document, even in the attractive way, better way. So that is why we are using this kind of options. So now how to do this shadow effect? First we have to go to the home tab and font group. Then you will find that shadow effect very easily. So I'm just going to use the same A2. I'm just selecting it. What they mentioned in the book, home tab, font group, and here you can see a text effect. Just click the double arrow, and here you can see a lot of symbols. So here I'm going to the shadow option. So in the shadow option, just you select whatever you want according to your, as you move the cursor, so according to the selection, you can see the background A2 is keep on changing. Okay, fine. I'm just selecting one particular thing, any one, to make you understand. So I'm keeping it closer. Can you see? You just concentrate to these two letters. The A background, that shadow is there, and 2 background, that the 2 shadow is there. Here I didn't apply anything, so here you cannot find anything. But here A2 background, the shadow effect is there. So this is how we have to do the shadow effect. So if you do it practically lively, if you see, it is very attractive, and we can change the colors also. So this is how it works. Shadow effect is completed. So whatever I showed now, that is what given. So this is how you have to do the shadow effect. And now we are moving on to the next heading called headers and footers. So this is the another important thing. Students, I would like to tell the definition of the headers and footers before to see how to apply this one. Header and footers. So this is your book page. Okay, so in the down you can see the page numbers like that. So some books will be having the book the page number in the top, somewhere in the corner or in the center or right side, left side, anywhere. And in some books, some pages, the page number will be in the down, in the center, or in the corner, anywhere. So not only for the page numbers, so in the down, pictures can be there. Even I will show you the front page of this lesson. All of you see the first page of this lesson. So you will see here this picture is not clear. You can see it in your book clearly. This is the header position. Okay, so this is one document, and in the document the top position is called header, and there you can see one picture, number, letters, all these things. And sometimes page number also will be presented in the top. Some books you might have seen in the top page numbers also, you would have seen definitely somewhere in some books. So like that, if you want to keep any kind of pictures or numbers or any letters or whatever, so then you are supposed to go for header and footer. Header position in the top of the document. Footer is presented in the bottom of the document. Understand? Inside the header and inside the footer, Datas will be same. You can enter a number or picture or any font or anything is possible for both the side, both the locations, either in the footer also or header also. Datas will be common, but only the position of header, that is in the top of the document, in the bottom of the document, footer. Okay, so that's all. And now we will see how to apply this header and footer in your page. So here these are the steps what you have to do. Go to the insert tab and edit option. So there you will find how to apply the header and footer. So I'm going to show you. You see here, students, this is one fresh page. Okay, so I have not done anything. This is we are going to just enter how to do this header option. I just clicked insert tab and there you can see header and footer group. I'm going to apply header. Header means top of the document. So here you can see header, there is a down arrow symbol. Just click the down arrow symbol. You will find different varieties, which kind of header option you want. So here this is just a plain text. Here 3 different columns. Which one you want, you can select it. If I'm selecting this one, so after selecting, the header option selected and it has been applied here. So I can change this heading to anything, for example MS Word. Understand? So I just coming out of this particular header, I'm typing the mouse point here. So this will be the title. Can you all understand? So this will be the title. Understand all of you? So this is what called header. So you just go to header option, insert option, and here I'm going to the header. Select accordingly which one you want. According to your selection, it will be inserted the header here. Okay. So now we will see the footer. Footer means bottom of the page. You can see the page is going to end here. So here I am going to click insert. You see the arrow symbol, all of you. Insert and footer option. Just click anything whatever you like for. So here I can type some text, anything, A, and here I can type anything. Anything is fine. Understand? Anything is fine. And just clicking away. So here I'm keeping the closely. The letters are mentioned. I'm just making the size bigger so that you can understand. So here I just typed A. This is just for an example to make you understand. Okay, I just typed the letter A, and this is how the footer works. So the footer will be, you can enter a letter, you can enter a picture, you can enter a number, anything is fine. Any kind of font is possible in both the header and footer. But one thing is, footer will be in the bottom of the document and header will be in the top of the document. Okay. So here the footer is there. To make it big, I can make it bigger by using this bigger font option. That's all. So this is how we have to do, we have to apply header and footer option. Okay students, and now we are moving to the next page. So this is what we discussed all this time. So whatever I showed now, everything you can see it in the book also.